Kingdom Hearts is surely one of my favorite video games of all time. Actually, my number one. I played this way back in the PS2 era and it was fucking amazing. And of course, it was Kingdom Hearts 2. The fights, the storytelling, the animation in this game, all the Disney and Final Fantasy characters brings joy to my 14-year-old ass. Fast forward and we got KH3. This KH3 has received pretty mixed reviews by the community when it launched. Some like it and some don't like it, and for me, I used to not like it. I remember being so pissed when I completed the game because it has so many flaws comparing to how fun Kingdom Hearts 2 was and still is. But now I guess I'm pretty neutral about it. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts and it got its own charm, so in a way I kind of like it right about now. And after a while of not playing this game because I sold my PS4, it came to PC, but it is on Epic Games and the price of this game is horrible. I mean, in the PlayStation you can get the completed KH1.5, KH2.5, KH2.8 and KH3 in one bundle for only $20. Meanwhile in PC, in Epic Games, you gotta pay $60 for each game. Square Enix is really milking their fans and I was outraged. But last Christmas, it was on sale, there's a discount coupon for 30% off, so I bought it. I bought KH3 and KH1.5 and plus KH2.5. Damn, I was having a blast that Christmas. It's like Christmas back 15 years ago, man. How I miss playing this game. So I completed KH3 100% on my PS4 and I did it again last Christmas. So is Kingdom Hearts 3 still that bad after revisiting it again? Yeah, let's just find out.
Once.
Since Kingdom Hearts is always about the gameplay because of KH2, we will be reviewing the combat first. This will be probably the longest section in the video because I love a good combat system. Now, there is a difference between the original game of KH3 and the Remind DLC. So I will be discussing the original game first, then the DLC. But if you want to go to the DLC section, there will be timestamps below, so yeah, you can get into that. Without a doubt, when you play, you can feel the difference. At first, you will notice that KH3, you will run faster, but that's it. Hitting an enemy feels a bit floaty until you get some of the ability that can enhance your combat capabilities. The base combo abilities, to be honest, they are kinda shitty. They are flashy, yet kinda useless and a bit slow, but when you finish the game, you will get the Remind abilities, which is far better in a lot of ways. Combo abilities are faster, making the gameplay more fluid. Still, there's a lot of flaws, being that the movement. I know, when you move, it's quicker, it's faster, but the movement in this game is a bit, well, in a lack of a better word, it's clunky and quite unresponsive. When you turn, there's always a delay. Unlike KH2, if you move your stick immediately, you will turn, making the combat more fluid. Even when landing after jumping, there's this little delay which makes you unable to do anything. So jumping is a bit risky in a way. Some of the animations in this game is a bit useless and quite annoying. I know they want to make it more realistic and flashy with the new Unreal Engine 4, but come on, man. Sora is overpowered at this point because of all the flow motion he got from KHDDD and yada yada yada. Look, combat is not bad per se. This is just some of my critique for the combat. Because the abilities, I mean the first abilities in the main story is full of useless animation and serve no purpose, like Magic Flash, where at the end of the animation it stops for a couple of seconds and we cannot do anything, and we still need to land on the ground where it has this little delay again. Things like this that make the combat quite clunky, and I personally don't like it, but then again they fixed it in the Remind abilities. The Remind abilities, most of them are okay, like Flash Tap has more purpose and more balance in a fast-paced action RPG like Kingdom Hearts. So they do learn something. and took feedback from the community. Yeah, if you don't know already, when this game launched, people are complaining about the lack of abilities, and they actually fixed it. Now, I will discuss more about the Remind DLC later in the video, but if you really want it now, then you can always, again, see the timestamps below. Magic in this game is overpowered as fuck. Because when we use Firaga for a certain amount of time, this thing will fill up and we can use Grand Magic like Firaza, somehow like a Mega Flare, and it is super powerful. If I'm not mistaken, they balance it out in the patch where Oblivion and Oathkeeper is added. Not only magic though, Attraction Flow Ride is also pretty imbalanced. Even when you play this game in critical mode, if you have Attraction Flow Ride, you will find critical mode a breeze. Well, you know, I'm quite exaggerating, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say, that this Attraction Flow Ride is quite unbalanced, but again, this is pretty fun. Right, Attraction Flow Ride is pretty fun because it does make sense when you are playing a Disney game, and having Attraction Flow Ride came out of nowhere the first time. It's epic, it's awesome, you will have a lot of fun, and you will have this excitement. Even if you play this with your kids will fucking love this, because who doesn't love Disney, man? Like, maybe not now, but back then, Disney was amazing. But there's a solution for that. You can, of course, deactivate Attraction Flow Ride, so it is a nice thing to have now. Sometimes I don't turn it off because it is, of course, one of the main features in Kingdom Hearts 3, and the more you use it and accept it that Kingdom Hearts 3 is not KH2, it is fun just to mow down enemies. And speaking of enemies, there are quite a variety in this game. Nobodies, Heartless, and Unversed. Even though most of them are the same as the old games we've played, but that's okay. And because Kingdom Hearts 3 is made to be in PS4, in an area we got so many more enemies than in previous entries. So to deal with that, basically, we all have these flashy moves like Attraction Flow Rides and Grand Magic just to mow down enemies, and not gonna lie, it does feel very fucking good and awesome. But first time playing this on critical mode and without Remind abilities, it is still pretty fucking hard. Some of the hitboxes is also not consistent, like here for example, I guard the enemy's attack and when I want to counter it, I got hit. This feels kind of unfair. But later on, this is fixed in the Remind DLC. Now, again, I'll put the timestamps below if you want to check out the Remind DLC. Now, of course, being that this is Kingdom Hearts, there are gonna be a lot of worlds in this game. And honestly, it is quite a bit of a problem, but worlds like Twilight Town and the original world in Kingdom Hearts 3, I find it alright. Maybe even good, because it has a purpose and their own story, but also quite disappointing. Now, Twilight Town is very limited. Even the last world in the game, you cannot even explore it like in Kingdom Hearts 2. So I find it very disappointing. And the Disney's one, even though it is super fleshed out than the original world in KH3, it is still, again, disappointing. For example, in Arendelle, here is basically a one-to-one recreation of Frozen, and feels like Sora, Donald, and Goofy are there for the sake of Kingdom Hearts. It's like they are lost and making the cutscenes not immersive. Rapunzel too, like what the fuck are they doing here, man? Why are they looking at Flint and Rapunzel kissing? Like, why? Okay, so a lot of people say that Kingdom Hearts 3 feels like an ad for Disney to promote their movies, and they are not wrong. When I first played this, it felt like that, and now it still also feels like that. It is horrible. Not to mention, in this world, the minigame is... oh my god, I didn't want to make this one, but okay, the minigame in this game is very boring. Now, I know some of you might like it, okay, but not me. There's this one moment that I hate so fucking much. I despise it until now. So, here Sora is going down the hill using Goofy's shield, and we are being chased by this snow dragon Heartless, and I kid you not, the movement in this moment is slow, unresponsive, floaty, and if you play this in critical mode, you will die in 1 or 2 hits. And when you are dead, you need to repeat this shit again, and it is not fun. Mini games in this game are horrible, for me at least. Okay, I do not like a single mini game in this game. Well, you know what? I actually like the cooking a bit, so maybe that's one. Pretty fun though, pretty fucking fun, because I love cooking. I love cooking. It's really hard, man, because every world in this game has this unnecessary mini game, well, bad mini game, and it's just a chore if you want to play it again and again and again to complete run, revisit it again. Not to mention you have to be like set a world record for every mini game to get something for completing this game 100%. Not a very fun time if you ask me. It's really weird because in Cage 2 I like most of the minigames. Even in Atlantica, the rhythm game is quite fun. Okay, it is quite choring to do if you play it over and over and over again, but the first time you play it, it is fun. It's not choring to do, and you know it is a music game, it is a rhythm game, it is fun as always. So I don't know what happened here. In Cage 3, they have so many mini games, but none of them are fun even when I tried it the first time. One of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 is Pirate of the Caribbean, and it is the most anticipated world in this game, and it shows why. The graphical fidelity is so much more in this world. Sora's costume in this world is also the best in my opinion. Look at the hat, look at the coat and everything. Somehow this outfit is so similar to Kingdom Hearts 4, and the gameplay, you get to dive into the sea and play with the ship. It's like Skull and Bones. No, I'm joking. It's Black Flag. And sometimes you get to enjoy what it has to offer. But sadly, it is not my cup of tea. It's not exciting at all for me, and the movement of the ship is floaty. It is heavy. Of course, it is a ship. It is supposed to be heavy. But I don't know, man. I just don't like it. Maybe I'm just a hater, but it's not that I despise it. It's just that I just do not like it. Okay, the good part again in this world is also that Sora is making a good appearance. Like, he belongs in the world and is showing more emotions. So all in all, I'd say this world is good. And the boss fights, like, finally we get to fight Disney's world boss. If you played this, you realize that we don't fight any Disney's villains. We mainly fight the Heartless of that world, which sucks ass for me, because I came from Kingdom Hearts 2 and we fight a lot of bosses in Kingdom Hearts 2. I will get into the bosses later on, but for now let's stick to the world. I want to critique the chest system in this game. Usually in KH2 or any other KH games, a big chest has this meaning like we're gonna get something good. In this game, it's a map. 90% of the big chest is a map. Why, man? Oh my god, it doesn't feel rewarding at all. It's just lazy game design. Please add more next time in Cage 4. Now, I know I've been complaining a lot, but this is just my take on the game. Not every Disney's world is boring and unfun. Here in Toy Story, I actually like it. We get to ride a Gundam type of thing and battle with it, even though the minigame is still horrible. But the story, man, it is interesting because they say that this is the story between Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, where the toys are missing, they say. So I like this thing. It adds meaning to the story of Kingdom Hearts. So all in all, the story is just mixed. I mean, from the world aspect of the story is, for me, it is a mixed bag, because sometimes they do land it, but sometimes they just don't land it. Like, Sora is just there because of Kingdom Hearts.
Huh? Wait! Up!
May your heart be your guiding key.
Now, this is where the fun begins. The Remind DLC. This DLC fixes most of the things in this game, like how the slow and janky abilities by adding new abilities, which makes Sora feels faster and more responsive. They also added Oblivion and Oathkeeper in this game. If you don't know already, when this game launched, it didn't have Oblivion and Oathkeeper. Yeah, very disappointing. And I was quite excited because I thought there's gonna be something different between these two Keyblades, but unfortunately, no. The difference between them is just the sprites and the animation, is a bit different, but from the form changes, they are both basically the same with the same animation. The boss fight is where it's at in the Remind DLC. So in the Remind DLC, they added data boss fights like in KH2 when you clear Cave of Remembrance. And god damn, the boss fight in this game is exquisite. It's phenomenal. It's chef's kiss. It's fucking delightful. The bosses feel very challenging and fair. Let me tell you, when I played this in critical mode, you need to learn their attack patterns for each bosses. And each bosses are very different. For example, when you are up against Riku, you need to play more aggressive, and when you are up against Zigbar, you need to play more defensive. Like guard at the right time because the projectile of his attacks. Well, not gonna lie, it is kind of annoying to play this more defensively as I am more into an offensive style of person. So I use auto block in this game, but hey, I also use mods to play this game. So just play the game the way you want it, because you are the one that is having fun, not your friend or people from the internet telling you not to use auto block, not to use mods, not to use this, man, because if you use auto block, you're fucking trash. God damn, man, please chill the fuck down. I'm just trying to enjoy my game. So Zigbar boss fight is a fresh take on the fight. I love it, especially the Yozora boss fight. That boss fight alone is getting all the praises from the Kingdom Hearts community because how fun, fair and challenging the boss is up until now. So this boss changes, this added DLC, it's not just about smashing buttons. This is how all the bosses in the main game should be. Well, at least they learn from their mistakes in the original game and they make better bosses in the DLC, in the Remind DLC. So I am super happy about it. There's no doubt that because of the Remind DLC, this game is more fun than ever. Well, that's pretty much it. There's nothing much I can say about the Remind DLC other than it is a good DLC. Actually, not just good, it is an awesome DLC and making the game so much better. The only bad thing about it is that you need to complete the main story to get the DLC abilities for Sora. So that's pretty shitty in my opinion, because the DLC abilities for Sora is so much better, so much more fun, and Sora needs that ability to make the game better in the combat aspect of the game or the gameplay. But don't worry guys, there is a mod to get the Remind abilities from the get-go. So that is why the mods in this game, man, they are fucking amazing. So, you know what? Let's talk about the mods. Again, this is why I love about Kingdom Hearts 3. Because in Unreal Engine 4, any game made in Unreal Engine 4, putting mods is super easy. And if you don't know already, this game has a huge modding community. Even till this day, Kingdom Hearts 2 mods are still being developed, and it's not a small mod. Just take a look at this Nobody May Cry KH2 mod. Man, it is goddamn amazing. So if you are having a hard time playing this game, playing Kingdom Hearts 3, you can use mods. And if you are bored, maybe, you know what, I want to look at something new. You can use mods. You can use mods to make your playable character to be Roxas, to be Axel, anybody, because the modding community is awesome. So if you do love like mods in Skyrim, then this is the game for you, because the modding community is insane. I'm telling you, man, it's insane. It is also one of the main reasons why I like Kingdom Hearts 3, because of the modding community and all the abilities. Yeah, man, holy, they make new abilities for Sora, and it's not just simple abilities, man. They have custom animation, custom sound effect, like so many customs, custom sprites, custom particles, many things. Alright, so that is why the modding community is awesome. Okay, so that's pretty much it about the gameplay. Before the Remind DLC, I'd give the gameplay a 7 out of 10, but after the Remind DLC and the added content, man, I'm giving this content or combat maybe an 8.5 out of 10, or maybe a 9 out of 10. It's just amazing.
No, I'm fine. But I think something terrible must have happened.
So let's tackle to the audio, because the gameplay is done. I will not focus on the story, but you basically know what the story is, and the story is quite confusing for a new player. Voice acting first. The only good thing in this part is Larxene's voice acting. Sora's come close to second, but everyone in this game is super lifeless because on how the way they talk. It's slow, monotonous, it's just not immersive, it's not a AAA voice acting like in any other games. Like, I know many people have said this in their reviews, but Riku's voice acting is so horrible. Like, I don't know what the problem is with the voice actor or the director of Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe because they say that, you know, make Riku lifeless. Yeah, and the voice actor is like, okay, I'll make him lifeless. I mean, he got decent lines, but the way he said it, it is so monotonous, lifeless, and slow. Man, I swear, man, in the Limit Cut episode, I feel so annoyed from the way he talks.
Well, look at you. Thanks. I finally fulfilled my promise to you. Well, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are searching for clues in every past world that Sora's been to. Terra, Ven, and Aqua went to the Realm of Darkness, and the Twilight...
Like, please act surprised if you are surprised, or if you want to make a joke, then deliver it with a decent tone, like you are actually making a joke. Riku's voice acting in this game seems so serious all the time. Well, this is just my take on the voice acting, but Larkstein's voice acting is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. I wish more characters in Kingdom Hearts can be like this. You know, even Axel in this game is a bit toned down than from the previous entries. Man, I'm really kind of disappointed in the voice acting in this game because they took almost 8 years to develop this game. I know they changed it to Unreal Engine 4 midways through the development cycle, but still, this kind of voice acting is not acceptable for a AAA game. Even when you see in Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku's voice acting has personality, he's evil and cocky, you know, he is always bullying Sora. It is really fun to see Riku. That is why people like Riku, that is why people want to play as Riku, because they see Riku as a powerful, evil and cocky and more confident than Sora. But in this game, Riku is like weak. Overall voice acting in this game is kind of mixed in my opinion. Larkstein's voice acting is the only good thing. I know maybe because this is a Disney's video game that it needs to be slowed, but the people that are playing this game is adults, not kids. But don't get me wrong, I do like the ending. Like from the ending, almost at the end part, not the ending, sorry, it's like the end part of the game. Sora has more emotion and other characters in this game has more emotion, so I do like it. I mean, it is getting better, but still, they can make it better than, especially in Kingdom Hearts 4. Hopefully they can make the voice acting like in Final Fantasy VII, because as you all know, Final Fantasy VII Remake is made by the same director, Tetsuya Nomura, so hopefully it will do justice for Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, music is a different story though. Even though most of them makes me feel like I'm playing a Disney movie, not a Kingdom Hearts game, but it is alright and there is nothing wrong with it even when fighting all the bosses in this game, and I can feel tension when fighting all the bosses, so it is good. And also, sound effect is phenomenal in this game actually. You can hear all the footsteps, you can clearly hear all the sword slashes, I mean keyblade slashes, so that is pretty good. I mean, I have nothing to complain about it. So if you do like a good sound effect, then this game is for you.
Of your heart.
Yeah. How could I forget?
Visuals and performance. Visually, there's nothing wrong with this game. Expressions and the animations, everything is good. It's just on how they say things in this game. So if you take a look at closely in this game, the attention to detail is amazing. I mean, Square has never disappointed us with the graphical fidelity in any game. Everything they make are always pleasing to the eyes. Now look at all this attention to detail in this game. Absolutely phenomenal. And with all the flashy effects this game has to offer, the performance is amazing. I played this with my old PC using a GTX 1060 6GB with medium preset, and it runs well above 60 FPS. But of course I kept it at 60 FPS to have a more enjoyable experience without the stutters and everything else. And of course the input lag is also pretty good because this is an action RPG, you need a good input lag. So if you have a potato PC, then I think this game will run no problem at all. And playing this game at 30 FPS is also not a problem, because the first time I played this is on my PS4 and it runs at 30 FPS. And I completed it without any problem at all. And with the Remind DLC, you have auto block in this game. So if you are having a hard time playing this game, just turn the auto block on. And man, I love the auto block in this game. Such a good quality of life. So all in all, the graphical fidelity or visuals and performance of this game is top tier. So this is the end part of the review. So is Kingdom Hearts 3 that bad? No, it is not. But it is an underbaked game. If you take a look at it, the main story feels kinda rushed and everything is not thoroughly thought out. Take a look at the Remind DLC. All the bosses and abilities are there and they all feels really fair and challenging and amazing through and through. Especially the Yozora boss fight. It is getting all the praises in the Kingdom Hearts community. Man, very good boss fight. Hopefully KH4 will have the time to be more developed and to be a complete game without many issues or hiccups during the development process, so it will not be as a disaster as Kingdom Hearts 3 and can be nominated for Game of the Year. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is a huge franchise that has a lot of potential and has a lot of fans backing the game up. Combining Disney and Final Fantasy is a big deal, and hopefully in Kingdom Hearts 4 this time they will pull it off huge. So, do I recommend this game? Yes, of course. This game's support has been amazing, especially from the community. This game will always be alive. And the most important one is that you will always have fun playing Kingdom Hearts. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. I know I haven't tackled everything in this game, like how the story goes, how everybody is in one place at a time, like how Roxas is there, how Sion is there, how is the story, all jumbled together. But I think I've tackled the most important part, which is the gameplay and how I feel about the game, the Remind DLC, the audio, visuals and performance. I think most of you guys that played this already know how the story is. I know KH3 is not a perfect game, but like I said, it is a fun game that I don't mind playing it again and again and again. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Yeah, I've been missing a while because I've been working on this project, and hopefully you guys like it, and if don't, dislike it. Hopefully I can do better in the next review. And as always, have fun playing your games. See y'all in the next one.